The potential of human beings is like an undiscovered ocean, a new continent. Stay pure. In a world of possibilities waiting to be explored, aiming for greatness in this journey, the ability to set goals can be considered the most important skill. Goals will unleash a positive attitude, liberate ideas and energy. Ships won't reach their destination without a goal. Your future knows only randomness without specific goals. In contrast, with a defined goal, you will move forward like an arrow aiming straight at the target. Within you lies untapped potential. And the truth is that you are only using a small part of those capabilities. It doesn't matter where your effectiveness comes from. What matters most is where you are heading. Desires and thoughts will boost your confidence, develop your abilities, and stimulate the level of inspiration to propel you quickly towards your goal. You become what you think about most. The external world is a reflection of the world within you. Creating a highly valuable philosophy, you will become what you think about most. When asked about what they often think about, successful people say they often think about what they want to have and how to achieve it. On the other hand, less successful and unhappy people often think and talk about what they don't want to encounter, busy with their own troubles, or about the shortcomings of others. Living without a goal is like driving in thick fog. No matter how modern your car is, you still have to drive slowly and cautiously, even on the flattest roads. A clear goal allows you to accelerate, move forward quickly to achieve what you truly desire. Why don't people set goals for themselves? There are 4 main reasons for this. Most people think that goals are not really important, or most people do not know how to set goals, and most people are afraid of failure. Most people are afraid of rejection. Many people start their lives like embarking on an indefinite journey in a directionless, mapeless world. It's like starting a business without goals and plans. They simply explore everything in the normal course of events. However, 20 years later, they still feel dissatisfied with their jobs, unhappy in their marriages, and unable to develop themselves. Their lives consist of coming home every night, turning on the TV, and then hoping and dreaming that tomorrow will be better. Those hopes rarely become a simple reality because they themselves do not participate in planning for their future. Billionaire in the oil industry, Rohn, when asked about the secret of success, said that to succeed, 2 conditions are required. First, you must know exactly what you want. Almost everyone does not have a definite answer to this problem. Second, you must know the price you will have to pay when you achieve them, and then focus on solving it. Negative emotions are the #1 enemy, the greatest enemy of success and happiness. Negative emotions from ancient times have been a harmful factor to individuals and society, more serious than any disease in history. You must know how to free yourself from negative emotions. This is considered one of the most important goals for you to truly achieve happiness and success in life. Negative emotions like fear, resentment, hatred, jealousy, and anger mostly arise from 4 factors that I will explain below. After you can identify and eliminate these factors from your thoughts, negative emotions will automatically subside and have no chance to resurface. Then, positive emotions such as love, friendliness, joy, and enthusiasm will replace them. From there, your life will change for the better. Sometimes it only takes a few minutes or even a few seconds to press the A key. Don't try to explain more. Rise above others' opinions. Being sensitive to how others treat you can also create negative emotion. Self-image seems to be perceived by how others talk to them, identify with them, and even how they look at them. They have no concept of self-worth or evaluation beyond perceiving themselves through the opinions of others. When these opinions are negative, they get entangled in emotions such as anger, sadness, confusion, and even self-pity and despair. This explains why psychologists believe that most of what we do is to gain the respect of others, or at the very least, not to lose self-respect. Taking personal responsibility, the ultimate cause, is also considered the worst. It involves not blaming others for anything in the past, present, or future. Stop blaming others for anything in the past, present, or future. Eleanor Roosevelt once said that no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. From now on, consider yourself the master, responsible for every aspect of your life and your work. Think of yourself as being in this position, holding this position, and thanks to what you have strived for and achieved, success as well as tasted failure in life. You are the architect of your own destiny, the master of yourself. You must take full responsibility for everything you do and their results. You must take responsibility for the risks and consequences of your actions. You must understand that to be in your current position, to become the person you are today, is the result of your decisions and choices. If you are not satisfied with your current income, decide to find better positions and opportunities for higher income. Consider it a goal, plan, and make efforts to achieve what you deserve. Always be the decision maker in your decisions, creating your own life. Think about the future. The importance of a leader is knowing how to direct the future. This means they always look at what they want to achieve, the goal they want to reach at some point in the future. Once you start thinking about your future, it means you are also starting to think like a leader, and you will soon reap the results you desire. Determining self-worth, one of the most important qualities of leaders and successful people in every field, is that they always clearly define their self-worth, know who they are, understand what and represent what with a strategic vision, with the ability to clearly define goals, values, and ideals. When they always achieve significant achievements in whatever they try, they return to those who do not understand their self-worth, try to cope with their busy work, but often do not achieve everything as expected. Life is the experience of oneself from the inside out, and the core values within you have built the image of you as it is now. Every action and behavior you express externally is controlled and determined by the values within. Therefore, the clearer you define your internal values, the more accurate and effective your external actions will be. You truly want what? Tabor said, make sure that when you step on the ladder of success, it must be based on the appropriate statue in life. Many people have made efforts to achieve their set goals, but then they did not feel excited or satisfied with their achievements, simply because those achievements did not align with their internal values. Don't let this happen to you. Know clearly what you crave in terms of family, what your values are. Do you prioritize the importance of genuine love, encouragement, constant reinforcement, patience, forgiveness, generosity, friendliness, and care for those who have a great influence in your life? These values will help you live much happier in the financial field. Where are your values reflected? Do you seek and prioritize the importance of honesty, diligence, frugality, show educationalism, and excellent discipline? These values will create conditions for you to unleash your potential, leading you to financial success. What about health? Values such as discipline, self-improvement, and autonomy are related to diet, exercise, and rest, applied meticulously to ensure you have an ideal physique. Many people with straight aspirations want to build personal goals. As I mentioned, intense desire and passion are essential factors that help you overcome obstacles and reach significant goals in life. To have a strong desire, your goals must bear a distinct personal imprint. It means that the goals must be chosen by you, not chosen by someone else for you, or pursued just to fulfill someone else's desires. To establish truly effective goals, you must focus entirely on what you genuinely desire. This does not mean that you should not engage in the work of others. It simply means that while setting goals for your life, you should start with yourself as the foundation to aim towards the future. What do I want to do with my life? This is one of the most crucial questions when setting goals, because you cannot hit a target that yourself does not see. Once you have identified a genuine goal, apply your vision and ideals to maximize your values in this process. Sometimes you may feel that your goals are distant or unrealistic. However, your task now is to make them a reality, just like drawing your dream home on paper. Identifying ambitious and specific purposes will activate your subconscious. Any thought, plan, or goal that you can clearly define in your awareness, with all your abilities and efforts, will eventually be transformed into reality. Perhaps the most important among all the rules related to that is the law of belief. This law states that everything you strongly believe will become a reality in your life. You only truly see what you have believed. You are observing your world through the lens of belief, prejudice, and memories formed from before. You are not what you think about yourself, but you are what you believe you are. Change your attitude, change your life. All improvement in your life comes from positively changing your beliefs and capabilities. Personal development arising from changing beliefs and things lies within the ability and control of each person. When you believe that you can fully accomplish something, what you have been aiming for is within your reach. Doubt this? Then let me ask you, since you started your first job until now, has your income doubled or tripled? Have you achieved much higher income compared to when you started working? Yes, whether you have proven that you can double or triple your income or not. However, always remember that as long as you believe it can happen, it will come to you. Napoleon Hill also said, "Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Start the day from scratch." Suppose you want to lose weight. The first thing you need to do is check your current weight. Based on that weight, use it as a measure to track the progress towards the goal. See if you are making progress or not. If you decide to implement a personal physical training program, the first thing you need to do is determine how your current level of exercise is. How much time do you spend per day or week doing sports? And what is the intensity of your workouts? What exercises are you doing? Regardless of your answer, the important thing is that you take it seriously. Then consider this answer as a starting point to plan future workouts. What is holding you back? You want to earn a certain amount of money, but you haven't achieved it yet. What is causing this? What is the main reason you haven't reached your goal? You have to be completely honest with yourself to answer this question. Look around you and identify those who have the potential to earn the money they desire. What did they do differently from you? Do they have any special skills or abilities that you don't have? What skills and abilities do you need if you want to be successful like them? If you're not sure about the answer, meet and ask them. This is extremely important, so don't guess or wait for some chance. Assess your abilities clearly. Review the skills you possess and identify the areas where you have achieved significant results. What are the strengths that can help you perform well in your field? Which skills are you best at up to this point? Which skills or the combination of specific skills is determining your success in your job? Where can you achieve equality or excellence compared to others? The three keys to achieving peak performance to conquer your goals are commitment, excellence, and completion. When you make a firm commitment to a specific goal of yours and eliminate all unnecessary excuses, you become more creative, determined, and focused. Great individuals are those who can make clear commitments without loopholes and stick to their commitments despite any unforeseen events. Excellence is the second component to creating peak performance. There is a difference between completing 95% of a task and completing 100% of it. In reality, people often put in a lot of effort to achieve 95% of a task, only to neglect and procrastinate in completing it. This is a temptation that you need to resist. You must discipline yourself to resist this natural tendency and overcome any obstacles to complete the job. The third key is completion. This is the difference between an open loop and a closed loop. Completing an issue in your personal and professional life is essential for you to feel happy and in control of your situation. Lack of completion in handling actions leads to stress, disappointment, and even failure. It will consume tremendous physical and emotional energy. How do you eat an elephant? Have you heard someone ask how one can eat an elephant? The answer is very simple: one bite at a time. This metaphor can also apply to you when trying to accomplish any large goal. How do you complete a goal that seems too big? You complete it step by step, task by task, deciding on solutions in each moment. Break down your long-term goal into shorter, more manageable goals such as yearly, monthly, weekly, and daily goals. To do this, first ask yourself, among the things I need to do, what is more valuable than everything else? Then focus on doing that one thing best, one step at a time, systematically. If you want to become wealthy, review your spending habits, set a savings goal, whether it's $1 or $100 a day depending on your income. Create a savings account to set aside and never touch. As this amount grows, strategically invest it in carefully selected funds. Develop and maintain the habit of frugality in life. Gradually, you will become accustomed to and comfortable with spending reasonably with your current income. As your income increases, increase your savings over weeks, months, and years, and you will easily have a sum of money that can be used for various purposes in the future. You will quickly take control of your financial situation. Remember that you become what you think about most during times of difficulty and obstacles. Successful people have a special mindset that we call a solution-oriented mindset. Successful people often think about solutions, while less successful people tend to think about difficulties and stop there. Solution-oriented individuals always find ways to overcome and go around, removing obstacles in their path. On the other hand, those who fail always think about their problems, who or what caused them, and feel upset or angry. How to increase income? To do this, think about related issues and ask corresponding questions. If you haven't earned money, what are you not doing to the best of your ability? Haven't you contributed enough value to deserve a higher salary? What more can you contribute? Haven't you done well in the tasks assigned to you to receive a higher salary? What can you improve? Are you not using your time effectively while working? How can you solve this problem? Are you doing anything more useful than watching TV in the evening, socializing with friends on weekends, and rarely reading or studying anything that can help you improve your skills in your work? Now that you have found the real issue for yourself, determine what needs to be done to change the current situation. The Steele law of development here is a breakthrough realization for me. You can learn anything necessary to achieve the goals you have set for yourself. There truly is no limit to what you can achieve, except for the limits you set for yourself. If you are determined to become outstanding in the top 10% in your field, there is nothing in this world that can stop you from achieving that goal, except for yourself. Rohn once said, "To achieve more success, first you must be a person of greater value." If you are determined to become one of the best in your field, the only question you need to answer is how you can achieve that. What determines your life is not innate talent, but rather dedication and perseverance. You have the right and permission to take control of yourself through proper decisions about yourself and associating with the right people in life and work. It's all about relationships. Everything you achieve or fail in is somehow related to others. The ability to build relationships with others in various stages of your life and career will be a crucial factor determining your success and achievements. It also strongly influences the speed at which you can achieve your goals. The more positive relationships you have, the more likely you are to succeed in everything you attempt. One person at a time, in the right place, can open a door for you, change your life, and help you shorten the time to achieve your goals. The truth is, people often think about themselves and their own work. Anytime you suggest helping them perform better and faster, they will be open and willing to help you in return later. The law of reciprocity is not a clear-cut cause and effect law available for this law. First you give, then you can receive. First you sow seeds, then you will reap. Seek every opportunity to help others excel in their work. Every effort you make to help others will come back to you in some way at some time, often when you least expect it. List and prioritize in the simplest form. A plan is a list of all the activities you need to perform from start to finish to achieve a specific goal or destination. To start the planning process, take out a piece of paper and list all the things you think you need to do to achieve the goal. Whenever you have an idea about a new activity, add it to the list. Regularly review them. Adjust your plan to make it increasingly perfect. Always remember that planning is a skill, so you can completely learn and train the skills of planning, organizing, and implementing actions towards the ultimate goal. It will also help you rise to the top 10% in your area. These things take time, and one easy-to-apply method is to take a sheet of paper and plan a project to accomplish a goal with various tasks. This way you create a tangible image of your goal and the steps you need to take to achieve it. It is very useful in work, helping you identify strengths and weaknesses in the planning process. Efficiently manage your time to achieve all your goals and become the role model you desire. You must manage your time in the most reasonable way. Psychologists agree that a sense of self-control is the key to happiness, confidence, power, and personal achievement. This sense of control is only obtained when you perfect the time management skills. Time management skills can be learned like many other skills. Regardless of whether you have wasted or tended to engage in low-value activities in the past, you can still change, become one of the most effective, highly productive, and successful individuals in all areas of your life. By learning how others have successfully implemented, you can become the best goal setter in your field. Review daily goals. I have previously said that you will become what you think about most. This is an immutable truth. Master Sun Bali, one of my teachers, said that anything you can hold in your mind consistently and continuously, you can achieve. This is the key. Nowadays, people often talk about the importance of the concept of positive thinking. Although positive thinking is indeed important, it is not enough. Dressing without direction and control, positive thinking can quickly turn into positive dreams and hopes. Instead of serving as a source of energy, Creating inspiration and driving you to achieve high performance, positive thinking can only become a factor more significant than a happy attitude. In general, for life and anything that happens to you, whether good or bad, writing the following daily goals is a practical technique. Take out a spiral notebook that you can carry with you at all times. Every day, open your notebook and write down a list of your 10 to 15 most important goals, but do not refer back to the previously written list. Do this daily. From day to day as you do this, many special things can happen. Your subconscious can only be activated by affirmations expressed in the present tense. Therefore, you should write your goals as if you have already accomplished them. When writing, if you intend to have an income of $50,000 in the next 12 months, you should write, I have an income of $50,000 in a year, instead of writing, I will quit smoking or I will lose weight. It should be stated as I do not smoke or I am at a healthy weight. Set deadlines for achieving the goals to increase the power of the goals written daily. Add a completion deadline to the end of each goal. For example, you can write, I have an average income of $5,000 per month by December 31st, ... Every success in your life is a triumph of discipline. Perseverance determines what you want to achieve. Take action and then persevere through all difficulties and obstacles until you reach your goal. It is the crucial factor that determines your success. And accompanying perseverance is courage. Perhaps the greatest challenge you have to face is conquering fears and developing your courage. Forgetting the name of the trick I once wrote, courage is considered the pinnacle of virtues because all other virtues are based on it. Conquering fear. Fear is always the greatest enemy of mankind. When Franklin Joseph said, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself, he meant that the emotion of fear creates anxiety, tension, and unhappiness. When you develop courage and unwavering confidence, a whole new world of opportunities will open up for you. Your conscious mind is the head office of your life. Its role is to deal with the information in your environment, analyze it, compare it against other information, and then decide what actions to take. But it is your subconscious mind that contains the great powers that can enable you to accomplish vastly more than you ever have before. At least 90% or more of your mental powers are below the surface. It is essential that you learn to tap into these powers to motivate, stimulate, and drive you forward toward the achievement. Your subconscious mind functions best with clear goals, specific tasks, deliberate measures, and firm deadlines. The more of these with which you program your subconscious computer, the better it functions for you, and the more you will accomplish in a shorter period of time. As you set your goals and begin moving toward them, it is essential that you establish a series of benchmarks or measures that you can use to evaluate your progress day by day and hour by hour. The more clear and specific the measures you set, the more accurate you will be in hitting your targets on schedule. Your subconscious mind requires a forcing system composed of deadlines that you have imposed on yourself for task accomplishment and goal attainment. Without a forcing system, it becomes easy for you to procrastinate and delay and to put off important tasks until much later. If at all, there are 3 keys to peak performance in achieving your goals: commitment, completion, and closure. When you make a firm commitment to achieve a particular goal and put aside all excuses, it is very much like stepping on the accelerator of your subconscious mind. You will be more creative, determined, and focused than ever before. Great men and women are those who make clear, unequivocal commitments and then refuse to budge from them no matter what happens. Completion is the second ingredient in peak performance. There is an enormous difference between doing 95% of a task and doing 100% of a task. In fact, it is very common for people to work very hard up to the 90 or 95% level and then to slack off and delay the final completion of the task. This is a temptation that you must fight against. You must continually force yourself, discipline yourself to resist this natural tendency and push through to complete it. Every time you complete a task of any kind, your brain releases a small quantity of endorphins. This natural norepinephrine gives you a sense of well-being. Elisha. It makes you feel happy and peaceful, stimulates your creativity, and improves your personality. It is nature's wonder drug. The more important the task that you complete, the greater is the quantity of endorphin that your brain releases. Very much like a reward for success and achievement. Over time, you can develop a positive addiction to the feelings of well-being that you receive from this endorphin rush. Even when you complete a small task, you feel happier. When you complete a large task, you still feel happier. When you finish the various steps on the way to the completion of a large task, at every achievement, you get an endorphin rush. You feel continuously happy and exhilarated when you are working steadily toward the completion of an important job. Everyone wants to feel like a winner, and feeling like a winner requires that you win. You get the feeling of the winner by completing a task 100%. When you do this repeatedly, eventually you develop the habit of completing the tasks that you begin. When this habit of task completion locks in, your life will begin to improve in ways that you cannot today imagine. In psychology, the reverse is always true. The incomplete action is a major source of stress and anxiety. In fact, much of the unhappiness that people experience is because they have not been able to discipline themselves to follow through and complete an important task or responsibility. If you have ever had a major assignment that you have been putting off, you know what I am referring to. The longer you wait to get started on an assignment and the closer the deadline approaches, the greater stress you experience. It can start to keep you up at night and affect your personality. But when you finally launch into the task and push it through to completion, you feel a great sense of relief and well-being. It is almost as if nature rewards you for everything that you do that is positive and life-enhancing. At the same time, nature penalizes you with stress and dissatisfaction when you fail to do the things that move you toward the goals and results that are important to you. One of the most popular movements in modern management is toward the balanced scorecard. Using these scorecards, every person at every level of the business is encouraged to identify the key measures that indicate success. Then they give themselves scores every day and every week in each of those key areas. Here's an important point. The very act of identifying a number or score and then paying close attention to it will cause you to improve your performance in that area. For example, if someone were to tell you before a meeting that you were going to be evaluated on how well you listened in that meeting, your listening skills would improve dramatically. Within a few moments, you would listen far more carefully and attentively throughout the meeting because you knew that this behavior was being observed. In the same way, whenever you select a goal, measure, or activity that is important to you and begin observing or paying attention to it in your day-to-day life, your performance in that area improves. One of the most helpful actions you can take in your own career is to set benchmarks and create scorecards, measures, metrics, and deadlines for every key task that you must complete on the way to one of your goals. In this way, you activate your subconscious forcing system. This forcing system will then motivate you and drive you at an unconscious level to start earlier, work harder, stay later, and get the job done. The third C after commitment and completion is closure. This is the difference between an open loop and a closed loop. Bringing closure to an issue in your personal or business life is absolutely essential for you to feel happy and in control of your situation. Lack of closure, unfinished business, and incomplete action of any kind are all major sources of stress, dissatisfaction, and even failure. In business, they consume enormous amounts of physical and emotional energy. Perhaps the most important ability in the world of work is dependability. There is nothing that will get you paid more and promoted faster than to develop a reputation for getting your task done quickly and well and on schedule. Whatever your goals, make a list of all the tasks that you will have to accomplish in the achievement of those goals. Put a deadline on every one of those tasks. Then work every day and every hour to hit your deadlines. Measure your progress each day as you go along. Speed up or slow down where necessary. But remember, you can't hit a target that you can't see. The greater clarity that you have with regard to deadlines and measures, the more you will accomplish and the faster you will get it done. A goal or a decision without a deadline is merely a discussion. It has no energy behind it. It is like a bullet with no powder in the cartridge. Unless you establish deadlines to which you are committed, you will end up firing blanks in life and work. Sometimes people ask, what if I set a deadline and I don't achieve the goal by the deadline? Simple. Set another deadline and then another if necessary. Deadlines are best guess estimates of when the task will be completed. The more you set and work toward deadlines, the more accurate you will become in predicting the time necessary to complete them. You will become better and better at achieving your goals and completing your task on the schedule. Every time you have heard the question, how do you eat an elephant? And the answer is one bite at a time. This metaphor applies to achieving any big goal as well. How do you achieve a huge goal? You accomplish it one step, one task, one measure at a time. Break your long-term goals down into annual, monthly, weekly, and even hourly goals. Even if your long-term goal is financial independence, look for a way to break that down into how you are going to use each hour of the coming day in such a way that long-term financial independence is far more likely. If you want to increase your income, you know that all income is a result of added value. Look at everything you do and then ask yourself how you could add more value so that you can be worth more than you are earning today. Go and ask your boss, what one thing do I do that is more valuable than anything else? Well, whatever his or her answer, we'll look for ways to perform more and more of that task and to get better and better at doing it. It is absolutely amazing how much you can accomplish if you break your tasks down into bite-sized pieces, set deadlines, and then do one thing at a time every single day. You have heard the old saying, by the yard, it's hard, but inch by inch, anything's a cinch. If you want to increase your hourly rate and your income, look for ways to get a little bit better at the most important things you do every single day. Read 1 hour per day in your field. Listen to audio programs on your way to and from work. Take additional courses whenever you can. These activities will propel your entire career onto the fast track. When you invest an extra 1 or 2 hours per day in self-improvement, the cumulative effect on your greater ability to get results can be extraordinary. If you want to lose weight, there's a simple 5-word formula. Eat less and exercise more. If you discipline yourself to eat a little bit less, but eat higher quality foods, and simultaneously exercise a little bit more each day, you can get into the rhythm of losing 1 ounce per day, no matter how much you weigh today. If you lose 1 ounce each day, that will equal about 2 pounds per month. 2 pounds per month will be 24 pounds per year. In no time at all, you can retrain your body and your appetite so that you lose the weight and keep it off for the rest of your life. If you want to become wealthy, begin to question every single expense. Set a goal to save $3, $5, or $10 per day. Put this money away in a savings account and never touch it as it grows. Invest it carefully in well-chosen mutual funds or index funds. Make daily, weekly, and monthly saving and investment into a habit and keep it up for the rest of your working life. In no time at all, you will become comfortable living on slightly less than you are spending today. As your income increases, increase the amount that you save. In a few weeks, a few months, a few years, you will be out of debt and have a large amount of money put away and working for you. A few years down the road, you will be financially independent. If you read 15 minutes each evening, rather than watching television, you will complete about 15 books per year. If you read the great classics of English literature for 15 minutes each day, in 7 years, you will have read the 100 greatest books ever written. You will be one of the best educated and most erudite people of your generation, and you can achieve this just by reading 15 minutes each evening before you go to bed. If you are in sales and you want to increase your income, keep careful track of how many calls, how many presentations, how many proposals, and how many sales you're making each day, each week, and each month at the present time. Then set a goal to increase your number of calls, presentations, and proposals per day. Set a goal to increase your number of sales each week and each month. Every day, measure yourself against your own standards in each area of your life. Analyze your activities carefully and select a specific number that more than anything else determines your level of success in that area. Then focus all of your attention all day long on that specific number. The very act of focused attention will cause you to perform better in that area, both consciously and unconsciously. If you want to be healthier, you could focus on the number of minutes per week that you exercise, or the number of calories per day that you eat. If you want to be successful financially, you can focus on the amount you earn each hour or the amount that you save each month. If you want to be successful in sales, you could focus on the number of calls you make each day, or the number of sales or the size of sales you make each month. If you want to be successful in your relationships, you can focus on the number of minutes that you spend face to face with the most important people in your life each day and each week. You've heard the saying, what gets measured gets done. There's another saying, if you can't measure it, you can't manage it. Your ability to set specific measures on your goals and then to keep an accurate record and track your performance each day will assure that you achieve your goals exactly when you have decided to, or even before.